It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' creative quarterback. He's now at not 3,000, not 4,000, but a 5,000-yard season after his last game. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He's got it! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On the ground, this is Hunt. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. He'll drop to throw. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil. And the Chiefs have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now they'll set up to throw. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. They get the big tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller there. Back to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Man in motion is Gallup. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Adams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Man open, it's Michael Gallup. And he's into the end zone. Michael Gallup, touchdown Vegas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Gallup. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
1st and 10. That's caught by Hunt. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
To the outside, it's brought in by Adams.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now a carry for Hunt. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a run with Hunt. And he'll take this down to about the 15. Here's 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Taking off.
That's a good effort here by the quarterback. He does the wise thing. He picks up all he can, all while protecting himself. He hightails it out of bounds. Positive gain. 2nd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th?
Out comes the offense. led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he takes off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got Myers on the completion. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
First down, Las Vegas.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. Now he'll run, and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll run it. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Throwing now on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on third down or critical moments That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll drop to throw. This throw right side is caught by Adams. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This receiver went a long way to catch this ball. He started all the way out on the left side of the formation, and look where he catches it, Mike. He's all the way on the right side of the field. He just continued to work through those open zones, eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for a nice gain.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. The first run for Alexander Madison. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this time they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Michael Gallup Touchdown, Raiders. That's a 2-touchdown game for them. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. And now we've got an injured player after that last play. Ooh, it's Davante Adams who's having some trouble. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. Again, it's Madison. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting it
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. And that last throw is going to do it. The passing yardage there, good enough to break Peyton Manning's mark from 2013 of 5,477 passing yards. Congratulations on a huge football milestone. On the handoff, it's Madison. Not much happening there, just a short game. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On the ground, it's Madison. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This one, a win for the visiting Raiders. And they'll get a few extra days to rest as they get the victory here on this Black Friday.
My dude, you told us what was about to happen before the season started. Congratulations. Single season passing yard record, man, that's big time. Keep it going. You doing big things.
I love this team. And the one thing about